Hello everybody, this is BonOakley, and today I'm going to be introducing something new. I'm going to be introducing a series called Are They Viable, also known as ATV. No, not those ones. In this, I'll be going through a specific area such as primaries, secondaries, or even melees to see which is the most viable when playing the game known as Team Defense Force 2. To begin with, we'll be going over the primaries for my favourite combustible lemon, the Pyro. So, let's begin with... Okay, so the stock flamethrower, easily the least equipped stock primary in the game, and its reskins. Now, in terms of viability, they seem to be the most balanced in terms of stats, as in, they do pretty good damage and the afterburn does a decent 6 damage per second for 10 seconds. And in most areas, they do the job that they need to do well and can plow through all the classes super easy, you know, if you WM1. And the 20 ammo cost for air blasting seems balanced enough, and the recent addition of receiving 20 health by air blasting allies who are on fire from the Meet Your Match update makes the stock flamethrowers a pretty good choice in any situation. Oh, and direct damage to people being healed will reduce the healing and shield resistance by 25%. Pretty handy stat, that. I guess the only difference with the skins is one shoots fire, one shoots rainbows, and one is a promo from a horror game. So take your choice if you want to go for stock. So, the backburner is an interesting weapon, and by interesting I mean it's one of the many weapons that reward the player with crits for doing something a Pyro normally does. Pyro does well by ambushing enemies when they least expect it, and the backburner excels in doing this well. Everything the stock does, the backburner also does, except for two things. The first being the backburner's main draw is the fact that it does critical damage when attacking an enemy from behind, hence the name. The main drawback with this, however, is air blasting costing 150% more ammo to do and does not receive random crits like many of the other flamethrowers. So, if you're a pyro who loves to ambush people rather than WM1ing like most of them, go ahead and use this. Just be careful with your air blasts. Ah yes, the degreaser, the meta flamethrower. Literally all pyro mains I've seen use this for its massive versatility and comboing potential. Except me. I'm a hipster with my rain blower.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. A real gangster ass nigga plays his cards.
Anyway, it's easy to see why people are drawn to this the most with its pretty impressive stats. Obviously its main draw is the faster weapon switching speed. You switch to the degreaser 60% faster than other primaries and 30% faster to other weapons when switching from the degreaser. The downsides are very minimal for this kind of power though, with air blasting costing 25% more, which really doesn't affect it a whole lot. The other is that it deals 66% less afterburn damage to enemies, meaning 2 damage every second for 10 seconds. In my opinion, there should be a bigger downgrade for this in order for other primaries to be thought of by players, as anyone who wants to do well with Pyro picks this and doesn't give it a second thought. Maybe have no afterburn as a downside, but even that wouldn't stop it from being the main pick for Pyro players. I don't know. But anyway, it's clear to see why so many people have this in their loadouts. Really? Come on guys, this flamethrower isn't even that good. But it deals crits when you fill up the bar. Well, that's easily remedied by shooting the Pyro. The Pyro's main weakness is the fact that they need to be up in your face to do well with a flamethrower, so if you stay back and shoot them, they can't do shit. Saying that though, I do see how this weapon is despised by most players. It is super easy to fill that bar as you only need to deal 300 fire damage, which is basically the same as killing 1 heavy. And once you activate that bar, it gives critical hits for a short period of time. Oh, and gives you invulnerability for a tiny bit. And also, it's full-on crits, not mini crits. And Feather isn't a damage penalty is sort of dumb. Like, what were Valve thinking? People want to see something different than just a 10% damage penalty. Well, how about we give it no damage penalty? Wow, you're a pretty good genius, you are. Talk about crappy weapon balancing. Anyway, the apparent downside for this is the fact that you cannot air blast at all with this weapon, so demos and soldiers don't have to worry about those projectiles firing right back at them. Also, the fact it doesn't have random crits is the other downside, but that doesn't even matter with a flood. So yeah, that's the hellish weapon known as a Phlogistinator. So, by the looks of things, these flamethrowers we have are pretty good overall. While some of them are broken or uncounterable, the overall stats of each seem to match So here are my overall rankings for the most viable. Number 1 has to be the degreaser, no question, with the comboing potential it has with weapons like the reserve shooter, and the extinguisher. It's no question that this is the best flamethrower out there. Number 2 is the stock and its reskins, just because it has the best base stats for any of the primaries in my opinion. However, the versatility and overall usefulness of the degreaser lets the stock take second place. Number 3 has to be a draw between the flog and the backburner. While both are quite good, both are very situational, as you have to be quite sneaky with both of these in order to be quite effective with either. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments below. The next ATV will be the secondary weapons for the Pyro. I'll be covering all of Pyro's weapons and maybe going on to other classes, so let me know your suggestions down below, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!